5. Did you see the new trailer? I guess you must have, because it was leaked by the Japanese last night. Anyway, I love the Japanese, by the way. You can do anything in my book. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few questions with my friend Jim here from IGN. And then afterwards, I'll take the controls and, answer some fan questions. So let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's kick it off. First of all, thank you for coming in here to IGN today. Loving the new trailer.
Listen, I haven't even seen it, by the way, so I keep glancing over my shoulder, but now we're doing this, so I'll watch it after.
I've been following the Resident Evil movies for years. I actually did a set visit for the one that you did in Mexico.
That's true, and your dog went viral.
Thanks to you. So we have a long history together of doing Resident Evil. So let's kick it off with, for this particular movie, why does Alice need to return to Raccoon City? Or Raccoon City, if you want to.
Raccoon. Raccoon City. I know my phone.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Should we maybe get someone else's phone up too, just in case this happens again? Anyway, so let me get this out quickly. So Alice returns to Raccoon City, number 1, to find out the truth about who she is, about herself, finally. Number 2, to find out the truth about Umbrella. And the most important reason is to destroy the T-virus once and for all.
She's gonna kick their ass. So there we go. So what makes Alice continue? And this ties right in. What makes Alice continue to be one of the most badass warriors in movie history?
Well, I mean, come on. Alice is a character that I think I'm very passionate about. And I don't know. I like to think that people can feel the joy that I have in playing this character, and they react off of that. I have a really, really great time being her. I mean, to me, she's kind of the ideal me, and whenever I sort of imagine myself in a survival or an emergency situation, I'm like in Alice mode. I think of myself as Alice. She's like kind of the best of me. Of course, in reality, I'd probably be like, oh my God! Like I do in some of the blooper reels. But, I feel like in a way she's kind of the best in all of us.
Well, she also, what do you think is, of all the enemies that she's faced, what do you think is the scariest enemy that Alice has faced?
I mean, for me personally, that's kind of an easy one. It's Dr. Isaacs. Right. As portrayed by Mr. Ian Glenn.
Who's back for this one.
I killed him already, and he's back, so you can't get worse than that.
You got some bad luck in these movies when, everyone...
You better hope so. I mean, that would be kind of boring if Alice had good luck in these movies. But she has better luck than the other people. So.
Do you think we'll ever see Alice in the video games?
Listen, that's not a me question. That's more a Capcom question. But I would love to. I mean, when I first did Resident Evil, I was just exactly. I was just a big fan of the game. My little brother and I would sit and play Resident Evil 3, the game, and I just thought it was so rad, and I really always wanted to play like a video game character because I thought it was really cool. And so I would love to see Alice kick butt, on people's personal computers. But, let's do it. If enough people write in, maybe they'll do it.
Now, would you be interested in doing like the motion capture and stuff for the games too, if you were to do that? Or
yeah, for sure. I mean, it wouldn't be Alice if it wasn't me, right? Right?
What do you think makes this one, the final chapter, different from the previous installments?
Well, I think a lot of questions will be answered in this movie. A lot of questions that were set up in the first movie. Alice wakes up not knowing who she is, what she's all about, what's going on, and a lot of these questions she has to find out in this film. I think also something that's really important is there's a lot of really amazing scares in this one. I mean, there's so many jumps, there's so many scares, and I think we really tried to take it back to Resident Evil the first, where it was this really small, amazing movie, and it was all about the scares, and it was all about the jumps, and it kind of, since then got really big and really action packed. So we're trying to take it back to like not being a small movie.
You guys we're back.
Okay.
Did you get that last bit? That it's gonna be terrifying. It's gonna be really.
Oh my God! It's gonna be what?
What?
No, it's gonna be a musical comedy. You're gonna love all that.
Resident Evil on Ice. We're planning
Right.
that.
It
It's
is.
gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be like Frozen when they bring it to Broadway, right? It's gonna be amazing.
I think it will. I think it will. Without the braid, though. I'll have a couple of guns
So,
instead.
do you keep in touch with the cast from the previous films? Because like some of them have come back, not all of them have.
Definitely. I mean, Ali Larder and I always keep in touch. We're both mothers, and it's just my phone. Is it just AT&T?
I have
Should
AT&T
we-
too.
Should
Okay.
we blame AT&T on this? Wait, am I supposed to say that? Sorry.
Yeah, we're live. Oh,
Now
we're
they're going
back?
to turn off like my cell phone tower in my area. Be like, Milla Jovovich, that's it.
So
Sorry.
we're back live. All right. So let's do that again. What was your favorite moment filming this one?
I have to say, the group in this film is just amazing. We have Ruby Rose on this one, who's so much fun and such an amazing girl. We have Ali Larder back. We have Ian Mackin, Fraser James. We have William Levy. I mean, it's a really incredible cast, and we went through hell making it. I mean, Paul Anderson really threw us into the most decrepit, most disgusting locations you could ever imagine. So it's a lot of fun just seeing us have to literally survive this. And there was one in particular location in this tunnel off this freeway in South Africa, and it's in the tunnel. It's like a wind turbine. It's like Umbrella's wind turbines, and Albert Wesker reverses the polarities, and they start sucking the air backwards, and it was unbelievable because this tunnel was freezing cold, and we're shooting nights, and there's baboons in the tunnel, and it's like me and everybody, and there's this huge wind
There
machine.
were supposed to be baboons in the tunnel, right? They didn't just show up.
No, there wasn't supposed to be baboons in the tunnel, okay? It was scary too. They're big baboons. I mean, the little ones are cute, but the big ones are dangerous. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, and we're struggling against this wind machine, and it was just amazing, having to try and walk with this wind machine going on us, and we're on wires and flying through the air, and it was awesome. You guys are gonna love that scene. It's one of my favorite in the film.
What would be your personal strategy to stop the T virus, if it were to ever break out?
To stop it?
Yeah, it's all up to you.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean,
pressure.
you got to watch the movie because pretty much it's me, and they just press record. It's kind of like a reality TV show in my life. So
It's like Big Brother, but with the T virus.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Hanging upside down, fighting people, mobs of zombies.
Sounds like any
It's
night
just my
down here in
normal
LA,
life.
Yeah. So what do you do to get into Alice Warrior mode? Some people I think Hugh Jackman as Wolverine crank certain music to get into that mindset. What do you do to get into Alice Warrior mode?
It's funny because I don't need to do too much because these movies are so real in so many ways. Like our sets, the environments that we're in are already just so insane and so difficult just on a human level to get through on a daily basis that we're most of the time exhausted, freezing, running like crazy, out of breath, living in the filthiest, dirtiest places. So you just kind of, it's more difficult to get out of Alice mode than to get into it because we're kind of constantly there. So, and for me actually, it's so much funner to shoot on location because a lot of times when you're on set all the time and everything is like a CG graphic and you're on a green screen, I think it's more important to crank music or to get yourself in that space because it is such a kind of still environment that's kind of bankrupt of any kind of very awesome. So
I think we're ready for some fan questions, so we're gonna give it over to you.
Hi everybody, we're back to this angle. You've seen this quite a bit. Should I turn the mic around?
Yeah.
Or is it going to get really, really loud? Okay. So, I love you, Mila. I love you, Mila. I love you too. Thank you. Thanks, Gareth Tompkins. Okay. I'm going to do this a lot. I'm not doing anymore. I'm sad that the last film. Can't wait to see the movie, love you. There's no questions, you guys. Oh, where's Ada Wong? She's not here. Darren Lowe, I like cheese. Good for you, Darren. I like cheese too. Hi, Drew Matzo. OMG, hi from Fran and Barushi. Raymond Lopez, hey. I'm just going to imitate all of your guys' emoticons, okay? John Dimitrov, what happened to Jill Valentine? Well, you know what? You're going to have to watch the movie and find out. There I go again with the ums. Anadi Le. Thank you for enduring all of that to make yet another epic movie for us. It's my pleasure. I love it. Are you kidding? 15 years of my life. It's all coming to an end. Oh, Marcel Kerner. How much time has passed since events of Retribution? I think, let's say for the timeline of the Resident Evil franchise, it's probably we're talking about 5 years from the first movie to what we're going to see in theaters in January. Amanda Cortez. When does Ari come out again? Great question. January 29th. 27th. 27th. January 27th. Rob Ulitsky. Wait, I'm such a big fan of it. For a new movie. I love you lots. Love you too. You would have made a fab Wonder Woman from Drew Pearson. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. David Hill, will you and Paul work together again? I should hope so, because I'm married to him, and if he doesn't hire me again, he's going to be in big trouble. Emmanuel Cabral. So after all the years playing the role of Alice, do you ever find yourself watching any of the films on your own? Which is your favorite and favorite stunts? You know what? It's really hard for me to watch my own movies. I feel like I watch it when it first comes out, and then it's pretty much laid to rest. It's like listening to your voice on the answering machine. Now I'm aging myself to when people had answering machines, but it's kind of annoying. Adrian Laza, how is the situation to record in South Africa for you personally? South Africa was amazing, so beautiful. And, of course, we didn't shoot in any of the beautiful environments, which I like to give Paul a lot of crap about. I said, we go to the most beautiful places, but every time we shoot a Resident Evil movie, you put me in the filthiest, most disgusting, nasty locations. So we found like the dirtiest, most disgusting, nasty locations in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. There you go. Are there any giants in this one from Christian Nordenskjold? Are there any giants in this one? Wait, do you have the right movie?
Maybe he means that big one from In the Rain with the big.
Like the X-Men. There's a really giant monster, yeah, but he's not like a giant. It sounds like a fairy tale giant. No, we actually have the Bloodshot in this one, who's a new character from, I think, was it Resident Evil 7, the game? I think so. I don't really play the games anymore. I've got 2 kids, anyway. What was the funniest, Rebecca Picand, what was the funniest, I can scroll back, you guys. I just discovered something. What was the funniest you had over all the time at the Resident Evil? Okay, I'm going to translate that. Like, what's the funnest you've ever had? And I know funnest isn't a word, but, on this one, it was pretty hilarious because there's this one scene where we all have to jump in this freezing lake to escape something. I'm not going to tell you what. And So we all have to like get in the lake. It's literally 2 o'clock in the morning. It's freezing. It's the middle of winter in South Africa. And, the girls are obviously, wearing practical but very sexy clothes. And it's cold. And so we have to get in the water and we have to drench ourselves to like pretend like we had just swam and are coming out. And so all the girls get in, we submerge ourselves, we come back out, we're freezing. We're like, okay, let's shoot. Where's Owen Mackin? Where's Owen Mackin? And then you hear an assistant like, Owen just went 10-1. And we're like, you have to be kidding me. We're drenched and freezing and ready to shoot. And now's the time that Owen picks to go 10-1. Not cool, Owen, but I love you. All right, so now how does it start scrolling again? Oh, see, now I lost something. I gained something, but I also lost something, which is so much the way life is, isn't it? Yes, Raymond Lopez. I think he means the executioner. You're right. Anthony Marino, is this really the end of Resident Evil? Please say no. I would love to say no, but I don't think I can, so I just won't say anything. Stefano Rodriguez, he's from Brazil, but he lives in Vegas. Hi, Stefano. Elaz Aluin, don't spoil. I should just shut up, right? Because I can't do anything without spoiling something for somebody. And of course, I'm going to get all these comments later on like, you spoiled the movie. I mean, how am I supposed to promote it or talk about it at all without spoiling something? Vinicius Parron, what are you most excited about Resident Evil 6? I think this movie is the scariest, but yet the biggest we've ever made. And some of the action sequences and some of the scares are just incredible. I had one of the most challenging, one of the most amazing times filming this. You're really going to see a lot of, all of us go through hell and back to make this movie, and it's going to be super enjoyable. So I think it's the best. Sergio Martin Dominguez, when you come to Argentina, you know that country. I've never been to Argentina, but my little brother, his mom is from Argentina. Little factoid. So there you go. Brandon Sourhage, what's your favorite role you've ever played? Well, definitely Alice. 15 years is, it's been an amazing journey playing her. But I obviously have a fond place in my heart for Lilu. So, Bobby Kendall, shout out Bobby Kendall. Bobby Kendall! What's up? Okay, let's see. Eduardo Juan Olivares, beautiful eyes. Thank you. Ashish Verma is letting me know the bloodshots are from Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 7 is coming out in January 2017, everybody. Thank you, Ashish. Okay. Nuria Belen Pajon. Any dangerous scenes? Everything we film has an element of danger. You can't get out of filming action horror movies without having an element of danger. We do our best to keep everything as safe as possible, but it's kind of goes with the territory. There are going to be bloopers for this one, Pamela Lee Morales. They're always so great. crying, laughing. But she was probably typing it like this. They're always so great. Anyway, of course there's going to be bloopers. Are you kidding? I mean, anytime I try and catch or throw anything, it's hilarious because it always takes like 12 takes. So. Well, listen, you guys are so sweet. I'm trying to find questions, but mostly it's all about how much you love me. Should I just flick my hair a little bit for you? Just gonna enjoy this for a second. Attila J. Cisse. How long did you learn martial arts? Well, martial arts is something that I've been fascinated by pretty much my whole life. Since I was a kid, like my dad and I used to watch Kung Fu Theater every Sunday, loved Bruce Lee, loved anything to do with ninjas. I always imagined myself like shadow jumping from tree to tree. That was my thing. And so it was kind of natural that I went into action films. I was also very much into like Thundercats and She-Ra as a kid. That was, get home from school, watch Thundercats, and then He-Man, and then She-Ra. So kind of came from that generation of little girls that had very strong role models, cartoon role models. So yeah, when I did Fifth Element, that's when I first learned martial arts. And then I realized that I had a great love for doing martial arts, and I kept practicing. And I felt like, after Fifth Element, people really loved me in more action-type movies. And it was kind of a natural progression that I should continue learning and continue doing action films. So, yeah, martial arts has now been a part of my life for 20 years or something. BC Lucky, do you do most of your stunts or the physical acting? Well, I've always loved doing stunts, and I've always loved doing my own stunts. And, of course, some of them you can't get the insurance to cover me doing them. But I try and do, let's say, 95% of them. And, anything that they'll let me do, I do. And I love it. Stunts, fight sequences, like every fight sequence, that's me doing it. Most of the things where I'm hanging off stuff, jumping through things, jumping into things, jumping out of things, is me. So yeah, I love it. Hello. Rob Ulitsky, what type of role have you always wanted to play but never had a chance? For some reason, they're not knocking down my door to do like period pieces where, I drink tea and talk about, what Mr. Darcy did yesterday, and how my sisters have to get married immediately. I don't know why. Wow, there's some really kind of very intense questions here, but they're super long and I can't. Are we going to see the iconic original red dress from Stephen Romo? You'll have to see the movie to find that out. Oh my gosh! Hi, Chris. Wait. 1 second, guys. The people know that Ever's in the movie. My daughter. I don't know if I'm allowed to answer that. Anyway, my daughter's online. I think she's watching me. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You're the best. But I'm not sure I'm allowed to answer your question, babes. I love you, though.
You just had to say no to your that's all words.
That's awful, right? I love you. Andrew Richardson says, my partner Joshua is absolutely in love with you in Ari. Can you say hi to him? Hi, Joshua. Call me. Call me when Andrew is not behaving. Okay, you guys, my arms are kind of starting to hurt. Maybe I'll just do that. No, that's not a good shadow. Yikes. And now I'm getting sweaty. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Two more. Everybody is so sweet. Thank you guys for all of your sweet comments. Ben Pritchard, yes, this is going to be in 3D. It's going to be sick. But you can also watch it in 2D. You guys are adorable and so sweet. William Boatini, Wesker is a friend in the final chapter. Maybe. Maybe not. Have to watch the movie. Okay, one more question. I just can't stop. You guys are just too amazing. Okay. You guys, it's right there in front of us. Ever, how was it to work with you? Okay, by the way, you guys, Ever Gabo Jovovich Anderson, my daughter, is the new Red Queen in this movie. And it's in the trailer, and somebody has said it. And she wrote me going, hi, Mama, how was it to work with me? Ever, it was so amazing to work with you. You are such a talented, unbelievably talented actress, and more talented than I've ever been, ever in my life. And it was an honor and a privilege to work with you. You are so professional, and you're such a great listener, and you understand what it is to be real and organic and natural, and I give you so much kudos for that. You're amazing. You really impressed me so much, and you keep impressing me every single day. So don't forget to do your taekwondo today. I'm expecting that, okay? I love you. So I think that's a good place to end. You guys, thank you so much. It was so fun doing this. Yeah. Mwah. I love you all, and I can't wait for you to see the movie. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Finish.